Raye is part of the bare-nosed wombat family that can only be found in Australia. She looks this ill because she came into care to me suffering from severe sarcoptic mange. Mange causes immense suffering in our bare-nosed wombat populations. Thick skin plaques cover their bodies. It causes them to be sleepless, to be really itchy. It affects their organs, it affects their skin, and it leads to ultimate death. In that first few days when Raye came into care, I didn't know that she was going to get better or not. I feared for the worst because she was that sick. She couldn't open her eyes, she couldn't stand on her own, she couldn't eat on her own. Most of the time she just lay on my chest, sleeping. And I knew she was fighting, I knew she wanted to live because she was just holding on to my hands. And I was willing to fight the fight with her. What I tried to do is keep her as comfortable as possible, so she received pain medication, and I used sudocream on the open sores on her skin. As the skin plaques started to fall off, the skin underneath was quite raw and it bled, so I needed to make sure that that was covered. Wombats love bum scratches, so as soon as she was a bit stronger and she found out that there's stuff in my house that she could scratch her bum on, she was in seventh heaven. After about 3 weeks, she was able to feed and drink her bottle on her own without me having to drip feed her, and she loves her marsupial milk. But it caused her a lot of pain. Every time skin plaque fall off, the skin underneath bleeds. It is quite sore. Most of the time we spent cuddling, and I just held her. Mange is affecting about 70% of our bare-nosed populations in the wild at the moment in Australia. So a story like Raye is really heartwarming, but there are thousands out there that either never get reported or they don't get the help they need and they die. I really want Raye's story to be like an ambassador story for the rest of her kind, because the battle we are fighting is so enormous and we have so precious little resources to do it. As soon as Raye was strong enough, I started taking her outside so she could start learning how to graze, how to dig, how to go into a burrow and do all sorts of wombatty things. She loves her grass, she loves digging, and day by day she was getting stronger and more playful and healthier. She is now 20 kilos, which is about half the size of an adult wombat, and she'll go back to the wild in a couple of months.
What are you doing?